In this video, I want to take you guys through some cool Ghost of Tsushima content from now until January 15th. You can unlock some Ghost of Tsushima Legends outfits inspired by iconic PlayStation characters. We'll go over that. We've got an update on Control Ultimate Edition. That's something to keep an eye out on. And Xuan Sword 7 for PlayStation 4 launches in February of 2021. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, Ghost of Tsushima from now until January 15th, 2021. Unlock these Legends outfits inspired by iconic PlayStation characters from God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Shadow of the Colossus, and Bloodborne. Complete any story or survival mission with each class to unlock all 4 outfits. These all look really slick. Personally speaking, I really dig the Shadow of the Colossus outfit. I think that is the best one. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. The Bloodborne one looks solid. Definitely the Horizon one looks pretty good. They all look really good. The Shadow of the Colossus one is just the one that stood out to me the most. I think that one looks really slick, so definitely excited to get my hands on those. Also, Ghost of Tsushima, if you have not played it on the PlayStation 5, absolutely tremendous, 60 frames per second, beautiful game on the PS5, beautiful game on the PS4. Base PS4 has its issues from what I've heard from a couple of my buddies that played the game on a base PS4. But I had a good time with the game on the PS4 Pro and that on the PlayStation 5. Beautiful, beautiful game, and in my opinion, maybe the game of the year. I still haven't really thought about it, but every time I think about what my game of the year is, Ghost of Tsushima is the one that continues to stand out to me as like, okay, I think it's this game. I do put it above Final Fantasy VII Remake, and just thinking about all the games that came out this year, I think Ghost of Tsushima is my favorite. Like P5 Royale, I kind of don't give it as much credit because it is an enhanced version, a significantly enhanced version, mind you, of an existing title. But yeah, that's a discussion for a different day. For now, at least go check out those costumes. Okay, next up, Control, a game that I really dug back in 2019. That's when it initially came out. Yeah, August of 2019. Its Ultimate Edition is available on PC, and you can play the game with all the DLC and everything like that. But it will be coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series on February 2nd, 2021, digitally, and physically on March 2nd, of 2021 as well. So this version, of course, does include a new version's 60 frames per second, a performance mode, that'll be the 60 FPS mode, and then you'll have 30 FPS with ray tracing, a graphics mode. Once again, another game that's an improved version of previous generation title, having 2 modes, one of them with ray tracing, one of them with 60 frames per second. This is the reality, guys. If you're expecting every game is going to come out on the PlayStation 5, or even a majority of them, and you're going to be able to play them 4K ray tracing at 60 FPS, just not realistic. I knew that going into the launch of the PlayStation 5, even when people were touting, oh, 8K, I was like, alright, you guys are absolutely out to lunch if you think you're playing games at 8K, but even 4K ray tracing, just knowing how difficult it was to get that out of a high-end PC, at 60 frames per second, and then you're talking about ray tracing and all this stuff on a $500 box. It just was not going to be realistic. Still, the fact of the matter is you're going to have improved visuals, you're going to have 60 frames per second, and you're going to have an option to play at 30 frames per second with ray tracing, so I think this is still great. It's a $500 box. It being able to push this kind of performance and visuals, I still think is a pretty good thing. Yes, it doesn't measure up to a $1,000 PC, but that's why it's a $1,000 PC and the PlayStation 5 is a $500 box. If you paid the $1,000 price points on eBay for your PlayStation 5, well, you really can't be too upset about that. The platform of the PlayStation 5 does not perform up to the cost of $1,000. It's a $500 box, or actually $400 if you do buy the digital version. Still, Control's a great game, and I would recommend it. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was Remedy's best title. I thought from a gameplay standpoint, Control was just so good. The only downside is that if you own the base Control game, and we'll keep being a little bit redundant with it, I really think Remedy and 505 handled this poorly, where if you own the base Control game, you don't get the upgraded PlayStation 5 version. You need to have Control Ultimate Edition, which they are selling on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One already, so if you have that version of the game, you will get an upgrade, but if you have the base game, even if you bought the Season Pass, oh, you're not getting the upgrade. You gotta buy the game again if you want it on the PlayStation 5 with the bells and whistles, which is completely whack, but hey, we knew about that for quite a while, so I guess it is what it is at this point. Thankfully, the Ultimate Edition is $40, and it's been on sale for like 20 bucks already. I've seen it for $20 on PC, at least. I'm not quite sure about the PS4 and X1 version. I believe they have been on sale as well. Nevertheless, on PlayStation 5, that's going to be quite nice. Lastly, I do want to note that Xuan Sword 7 is coming to the PlayStation 4 in February of 2021. A major update for the game will be dropping as well. This is a game that released on Steam back on October 29th, and it did have its fair share of issues. It has a mixed reception on Steam, 6,337 user reviews, and 65% positive reception. So not quite the best reception, not a title that I have personally played, but it was one that I've had an eye on for quite a while. So hopefully on PlayStation 5 with a massive patch as well to add a new boss and difficulty, that should flush out the game a little bit more. The difficulty it's adding is Nightmare difficulty, so yeah, think about that what you will. Again, that is available now on PC. It's $35 typically, but there is a 20% off discount running right now where it's $28. Hopefully it is priced accordingly on PlayStation 4, I think around, you know, $40. That would be a perfect price point, since $35 is a little bit of an odd price to drop a game, but hey, $35 to $40 I think would be suffice for a title like that. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, Ghost of Tsushima got some cool content for that game. Go check that out. Control Ultimate Edition will be coming to PlayStation 5 February 2nd, 2021, March 2nd if you do want the game physically, and Zwanwan Sword 7 coming to the PlayStation 4 in February as well, so we'll be on the lookout for that. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.